Hi guys, today's video is going to be a two-parter. The first one I'm going to do, well, the two videos are going to be two modified witch looks. So grab your witch hat and your broom and your black cat and your cloak and stuff and keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I best explain to you what I mean by two looks. I was only going to do one look, and I was going to do a classic green witch with face paints and bits like that. But then one of my friends at college turned around and said that would be a good idea for mums, especially if they have kids, obviously mums. And their little girls want to go as a witch, because I know when I was little I wanted to go full out bright green, back combed hair, you know. So that's going to be the first look, and then the second look's going to be a modified version of that. It's going to be more for like the teenagers and adults that want to go as a witch, and for that look I'm going to be doing stenciling, and I got this from, I don't know where I got this from, but it's a pack of 6 Halloween stencils, and I'm going to show you how to use them. Okay, so I thought it would be pretty cool to kick off with the bright green children's face paint, and as I said in my previous videos, if you see me looking behind, it's because I have a mirror back there so that I can see what it is I'm doing. But you want to start off, apply a moisturiser first, because this most likely will stain your skin a bit, but you want to spritz your face paint. If you're doing sponge work, you spritz your cake first, whereas if you're doing brush work, you wet the brush before you put it into the paint. You don't spritz your paint and wet your brush, so you want to make sure that's nice and wet. And then you want to take your sponge and cover your sponge in green paint, because you need a lot to cover your face. You can use your round bit of the sponge to dab it round and curve around your face. Obviously this is going to be quick and easy because lots of kids don't want to sit there and get their stuff done, like their face done. So you're going to leave gaps around the eye, because 9 times out of 10 they won't sit there while you rub this onto their eye. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to shut my eyes now and just lightly rub over the top and in the corner of my eye. I'm not doing it perfectly, and as you can see, if we're coming closer, as you can see under here I've got a little white gap. I'm not going to try to fill that in, because if you're working on little 4-year-olds, they're not going to sit still and they're not going to be able to look up. This is literally a quick Halloween tutorial that mums could easily do. But fair enough, if you're an adult or if you're a teen and you want to go all out, I'd watch this. So you're going to go around the other side and you're just going to use the round bit to get the shape of the face, and then you're going to use that to fill in. Just coming round, and now I'm going to go back over my eye, so I'm going to do exactly the same as what I did on the other eye. So I've just loaded up my sponge with a little more paint, and I'm going to shut my eye and just work over it, but very, very lightly, like so. And now all I'm doing is dabbing my sponge over places where it looks a little bit patchy, because that builds up a little bit more coverage. And that's your first step done. Okay, so your next stage is you're just going to add a little bit of black to your cheekbones. You can leave this step out, but I'm just spritzing my cake, and I'm just taking just a teeny tiny bit of black, and I'm gonna go back to my green side and just blend that in. So I'm dragging the green up so that it blends in, and then I'm going to take the black side and just come up a bit, and then go back to my green so that I'm blending the black in with the green and the green in with the black. And that just gives a little bit of obviously you would do your ears, but because I've got my earrings in and it will probably stain my studs, I'm not going onto my ears. You don't have to. If you're wearing a hat and you're having your hair down, it's fine. I'm doing this because it'll be easier to get off if I do it like this. Going back, we're just going to take a little bit of black up here at the like just where the temples are, just blending out again, just to give it a little bit of dimension, just so that it doesn't look so green, like Hulk green. We're just blending in. And then we're just going to take a little bit down the nose. Like so. It does make your hands messy, and my hands are probably going to stain. What makes it worse is I have a date tomorrow with my boyfriend, and I will probably have a green face. But you guys are worth it, so he can just put up with me and my green face, you know. People in Pizza Hut are going to think that I'm like sick from the food, but I don't mind. See, look, my hand's stained green, so I wonder what my face is going to be like. Okay, so the next step is going to be brushwork, and what we're going to do is we're just going to create a couple of warts using our black, and we're also going to do black eyeliner, and we'll add sparkle to that, and black lips. So you're going to take your black cake, and remember what I said earlier about when you're doing brushwork, you dip your brush into the water rather than spritz your water and wet your brush, otherwise you'll just get a mess pretty much. So I'm just taking that and I'm just going to draw a nice neat flick . Nice neat flick like that on my eye. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side and then fill in my lips. Like so. You're just creating two flicks, nice and quick, and then you're just going to fill in your lips. So what you could do is you could point your lips. So I'm just going to attempt to do that. like so. Like so. So now that we've filled in the lips and we've done the flicks for the eyes, so I've just gone back to thicken the flicks so that they're more noticeable. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my brush and create warts. So I'm going to do one on my nose, and all you're going to do is create a U like so, and then we'll fill it in with a little bit of white. So create a U like that. Okay, so I didn't like the wart I did on my nose, so I've covered that over with my sponge. I just dabbed over my nose and got rid of it. The next thing I'm going to do is add some glitter. So I've got green glitter dust, and I'm just going to take a dry brush and I'm just going to pat it over. I don't want to do this, it will like backfire on me or something. I'm just going to pat it over my eyelids, and I'll come back and show you the finished effect. And here's the finished look. What I did is I did glitter on my eyelids and on my lips. If you really want to, it's quite simple because, as I said, I did this based on more of a child look. Cool hat. I will be doing one for teenagers and adults if they don't feel like they want to wear this. I'm dreading taking it off because I feel that it's going to stain my face green. But as I said, if you're going to do this for a whole look, then you go onto your ears and you blend down onto your neck, and onto your chest, depending on what outfit it is you're wearing. You can also paint your hands. But this is the finished look, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Oh, just quickly before I forget, I backcombed my hair using a teasing brush, just to create, I'll show you quickly, just to create a little bit of messiness. Just brush it out a bit. Just to create a little bit of madness under my hat. But you could also get really cool sprays as well to make it better. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.